guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to another edition of WWE Updates. We've got another dual-branded pay-per-view here, as this is the night of champions. Every championship is on the line. I think it's worked out at 11 title matches. I think we've ended up with about 12 or 13, maybe even more matches than that. 27 segments in total, taking up a full 350 minutes. So nearly 6 hours of WWE content in this show. I think in real life we'd all be going insane. But we can get away with it in TW, and thankfully because of taking off the time limits on shows, it's allowing a lot more people to get an opportunity on pay-per-view. We do have a lot of people missing and not getting a chance, but we are giving some of our major matches a good bit of time, including the likes of a five-way match, from ECW. But I tell you, it is a six-way. We've also got a couple of triple threat title matches. We've also got a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship from SmackDown. So big matches here, both from Raw, SmackDown, and one from ECW. We'll kick on with the show. We'll explain the storylines as we go ahead, as this is our last dual branded pay-per-view before Survivor Series. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Here it is, Night of Champions 2018. So we are in the Chase Field, and that is in Phoenix, Arizona, and we start off the show with an A94 hype video as always. And it hypes up the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the match between Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, and SmackDown's new superstar Roman Reigns, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's basically Randy Orton wanting his championship match. Roman Reigns has been about the main event scene since moving to SmackDown, and he just seems to keep getting in Dean Ambrose's way. So it's kind of a way of like Randy Orton is slowly but surely getting wins over Ambrose, and Roman's always just there, and Ambrose is getting a little frustrated. Both remaining babyfaces though against Randy, and Roman gets his big chance on SmackDown. A94 show off to a strong start, and it got the crowd hotter, and the storyline advances. We start the show with the Cruiserweight champion Neville cutting a promo. He says he's the king of the Cruiserweights. He's unstoppable since he bet Will Ospreay for the championship. Manny Andrade's just one guy that's going to come forth and lose, as no one is good enough to be in Neville's Cruiserweight kingdom. So C plus 66, it got the crowd hotter. Nice little promo there from the Geordie. And the Cruiserweight match was decent. And Manny Andrade defeated Neville in 1504 by pinfall with a split-legged corkscrew senton, meaning Manny Andrade is your new Cruiserweight champion. A good win for the Mexican. C plus 68 was all we got because the match was poorly placed. I tried to work the crowd, get them up and ready at the start. Partly they already were. So Andrade with 76, Neville with 72, but most importantly a new Cruiserweight champion, and Manny Andrade improves in performance skills. Negative wise, just poor crowd management. So all on me there, as that could have maybe excelled to a B minus, possibly a B. Next up, we're backstage and we see Dana Brooke looking for a tag team partner for tonight's first ever WWE Shine Tag Team Championship match. She's managed to get hold of the last kicker, Becky Lynch, and she announces that these two will be friends going forward, and Becky will be Dana's tag partner for that match. So C plus 70, Dana performing poorly. She's just come up to her main roster in 2018, and she's improving though with her acting skills. Match itself went well. It was about decent wrestling, but little heat, and it saw the team of Becky Lynch and Dana Brooke defeat Billie Kay and Peyton Royce in 13-19, when Becky beat Billie Kay with the Hard Knocks, your new WWE Women's Shine Tag Team Champions, Becky Lynch and Dana Brooke. So pushing Dana Brooke to the moon, putting her with one of the best women's wrestler, if not the best women's wrestler in this game, in Becky Lynch. Getting a good B minus 72 will hopefully help Dana get over. As you can see there, she was probably the weakest in the ring. Becky with joint most with Billie Kay, and that's with her carrying an injury, so she's only going to get better, and Dana Brooke getting better at her gimmick. No skill improvements, negative wise, ladies holding back because we made this our storytelling match. Next up, we've got a video hyping up Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kenny Omega. How Zack was on this big tear before Kenny Omega cheated to victory. Now Kenny Omega continues to cheat to retain his IC title. It's a B plus 84, obviously over the feud with Chris Jericho and AJ Styles in it as well. We then get a promo from Zack Sabre Jr., obviously disclaiming his hatred for Kenny Omega, and he gets solid A91 promo there, so Zack Sabre Jr. is certainly over with the crowd, and the promo did well. So that going A91. The match, this is the 4th time they've fought, so it may flop massively, or it could be sensational. Are we going to get Shawn versus Brett, or are we going to get something very poor? Let's find out. We get Shawn versus Brett nearly. So not their best match, they have had a 93, but it was about they had great wrestling and good heat, and it saw Kenny Omega defeat Zack Sabre Jr. in a 30-minute Iron Man match by 3 falls to 1 in 30 minutes. Kenny Omega makes the 4th defence of the IC title, a B plus 88. He was meant to win Tainted, but with Zack Sabre Jr. producing 93 performances due to a good mixture of performance and pop, Kenny at 77, these kind of victories can help elevate Kenny Omega, get him closer to that main event scene. So good win for Kenny. He retains the title. Zack Sabre Jr. improves Rumble. Negatives, just Kenny Omega's inconsistency. But overall, delighted with that. Well done, guys. It was quite low in the card because of that 4th time match and the fear of a flop. Next up, we had the ECW Championship on the line. It was a decent matchup. It didn't have much heat, and it saw Chris Hero defeat John Morrison, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, the ECW World Heavyweight Champion Luke Harper, Drew Gulak, and Shibata in 14:38 when Chris Hero defeated John Morrison with the Hangman's Elbow. Hero wins the ECW title. Harper was head and shoulders above everyone else. He's the main man on ECW. It's just showing the guys were pushing going forward, the likes of Hot Sauce Tracy Williams and Drew Gulak as well, and giving Hero a chance with the ECW Championship. So a C70 is okay. A couple of skill improvements there for John Morrison and Luke Harper. Negatives, a couple of declining physical abilities, and the booking decisions because we had to protect Luke Harper, who obviously most of the locker room hates him. I think we'll probably see him back on Raw and SmackDown at one point, and we'll try and amend some of those relationships that CM Punk destroyed. Next up, it was the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. It had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. It saw the Wolves defeat the Usos in 14:40 when Eddie Edwards defeated Jim Uso with the cross-legged Fisherman's Buster. The 4th title defense for the American Wolves. A disappointing B76, so both tag teams did get over a rating of over 86 and 83. For some reason, this has said Kalisto was pretty weak. I have no idea why Kalisto is on commentary. It's got to be one of the most strangest things I've ever seen. I don't know why that is the case. Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Kalisto. Okay, I don't know if that's a bug or why that's there, but as I say, the matchup was weakened because obviously the lack of hot associated storyline. So if they were in a feud, we'd probably looking at a B plus there. I think they'd be making good stuff happen. The SmackDown division, we're still waiting on the Bucks coming up a bit, gaining overness, and again we're building a few more tag teams to bring to SmackDown coming soon. There's a villain coming, and there's a man that likes to create havoc. Watch this space. As we continue to see if that was a one-off. Yep, it seems that Kalisto's no longer on colour commentary. But next match, we're just kind of putting a couple of the females with this with the male athletes who didn't have a match-up, so I just felt let's get them on pay-per-view, keep them happy, keep morale up. It was about that had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat, and it saw the team of Asuka, Melissa, Paige, Nia Jax, and Sienna Allison beat the team of Bayley, Charlotte, Ember Moon, Emma, and Mickie James, who's returned in 13:25 when Nia Jax defeated Ember Moon by pinfall. So really pushing Nia Jax because obviously she's a wee bit older than the rest of the other females, but we'll give her that quick push because she's The Rock's cousin. But no, she's fairly talented in real life. I think she's pretty okay. I think she gets a bit of hate, but she's different, and the women's division does need a monster that can work, and she's certainly doing well in that role at the moment. -73, see a bit of vary in the performances. Nia with a low 55, Ember's a low 51, but their two were building up. Charlotte, Bayley, Paige, Melissa, they're all high ratings. Asuka will get a little push as well. But overall, a win here just to kind of help build up Nia Jax, give her a good spotlight. Next up was the Triage Championships, and it was about they had some subpar wrestling and little heat. It was a team of Trevor Lee and TM61 who defeated Lindsay Dorado, Shane Strickland and Tyson Kidd at 14:22 when Trevor Lee defeated Tyson Kidd by pinfall. It was the first defence of the Triage Championships for Trevor Lee and TM61. C plus 68 is okay. Strickland the best performance, so he'll probably get a good push coming out of this. But it's just really to make the Cruiserweight Trios title. It is mostly the Cruiserweights I'm using now, giving them something to do because SmackDown's fairly stacked, and they get the win. So it's really just making use of that division because it is a stacked roster, and hopefully put on some decent matches. Next up we have the WWE Women's Championship on the line, and it was a decent matchup that saw Alexa Bliss defeat Crazy Mary Dobson and Sasha Banks. This feud's been really going between Sasha and Alexa. Crazy Mary's been on a tear. She's been defeating Sasha. She defeated Becky Lynch. She's constantly putting on good performances. And then she had a little stare down with Alexa Bliss because, let's face it, Crazy Mary, well, that says all her name is Crazy Mary, so she's going to get a big push in the future. No proper feud started at the moment because she's babyface like Alexa. But Alexa prevails here with a win over Sasha. But she might just have to watch out for this extreme women's wrestler coming forward. 3 good performances. If a feud behind that, that'd be even better. So pleased with the B81. And I think eventually we're going to move the ladies from being in the women's division to integrated, so we can try and push them towards that A matchup against each other and hopefully get their overness even higher. Next up, we had a promo between the tag team champions, our heroes, Mojo Bojo. So Mojo Rawley and Bo Dallas just saying how they're the most dominant tag team in the world wrestling entertainment. A92, superb promo. And yeah, just great stuff there from Mojo Bojo as they are set to defend their championships. Unfortunately, they had to drop the championships, and it was about they had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. And it saw My Generation, the team of Noam Dar and Pete Dunne, defeat Red Dragon, DIY and Mojo Bojo when Pete Dunne defeated Tommaso Ciampa by pinfall. In terms of in-ring work, Bo Dallas was head and shoulders above everyone else. A B-72, it's time to say goodbye to Mojo Bojo. I've got massive plans for Bo Dallas in the next 6 months, so he needs to split from Mojo. Mojo, I think, is probably going to drop into a tag team with Zack Ryder. We'll bring back the Hype Bros, but move to push forward the tag division. When people are getting to a certain level of openness, we do need them in the upper mid-card. IC US divisions and then into the heavyweight contention. So it's time we go through younger talents like Pete Dunne and Noam Dar, making have some good matches with DIY, The Revival, etc. So decent performances all round. Couple of skill improvements for a lot of guys. It's just sad, obviously, that Mojo Bojo loses the championships. And to make it even sadder, Mojo Rawley's in the ring and Bo Dallas decides to beat him up. So tag team partners imploding in front of our eyes. B plus 89, an absolute amazing segment. I never thought I'd ever see that rating for Mojo Rawley and Bo Dallas. But this is what we get with Mojo Bojo. And an average rating for the Jill Sport gimmick change for Mojo Rawley. The turn was a complete success. So Mojo Bojo is over. These two will feud for a bit before it's time for a Bovolution. Boevolution, I don't know. Whatever sounds cool, but Bo's going to get a big push. Next up, we had the US Championship on the line, and it was about that had superb wrestling and great heat. It saw Dolph Ziggler defeat the Lone Wolf, the Money in the Bank holder Baron Corbin, in 1850 when Baron Corbin was counted out after being attacked by The Undertaker. So this feud between him and Taker is not done by a long shot. They're still kind of arguing, feuding every Raw. It's some sort of distraction or promo. Ziggler makes the third defence of the championship. We get a solid B88 matchup. Ziggler win 89, Corbin win 94. The Dead Wolf storyline advances between him and Taker. And if it was a bit longer, this match would have been exceptional. But well played to these two. Ziggler is still United States champion. Next up, we obviously have the two of them having a competed confrontation, and things continue to get intense between The Undertaker and Baron Corbin. as they will have a big massive pay-per-view match at Survivor Series. That's what I'm targeting. Corbin and Taker. Obviously Strowman buried Taker alive the last time. I think we're finally going to have the Taker destroyed for the last time at the hands of Baron Corbin. Or potentially we could have Taker having one last title run. Remains to be seen. Next up, The Miz and Daniel Bryan are arguing. Basically, this is an A-Star 99 segment. You have to change the gimmick of Daniel Bryan. So he's now the fan zone, which was very good. Well, the reason for this is just really the two of these will start this match. It's a 5-on-5 match. Basically, talents from Raw and SmackDown, heels and faces, who weren't in title matches, so they just feuded in a big 10-man tag. So these two start the match. They start brawling. They gain a bit of heat in their feud. And the match itself, drumroll please. A91, that's perfect. That's just what we wanted. Small stipulation: the winner of this matchup receives a championship match going forward. So in About the Head Superb Wrestling and Great Heat, the team of The Miz, Kevin Owens, Bray Wyatt, Big E and AJ Styles defeated Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Apollo Crews and Rusev, when in 20 minutes and 37, AJ Styles defeated Sami Zayn with a handful of attacks. So AJ Styles will receive a championship match of his choice going forward. A91, superb matchup here. A lot of good performances there. Rusev 86, Crews 84, 90 for Sami Zayn, 94s for Bryan and Rollins, 86 AJ, 88 for Big E, 90 for Bray, 92 for Kevin Owens and 94 for The Miz. So that does well. It gains two storylines. One gets heat, one gains a bit. A couple of performances increasing, but again, just giving guys an opportunity. And it makes you wonder. We are obviously nearly taking 5-6 hours on this show, and that's with all these competitors up against each other in one big match. So what is WrestleMania going to be like? Good chance it's either going to be possibly 1,000 minutes, or we could be looking at having to do a 2-night extravaganza. Or maybe we'll do the first ever 24-hour WrestleMania. That's actually quite tempting to try. But that's it. It's a good win for AJ Styles, and he'll get a championship match going forward. Next up, promo with John Cena. John Cena gets an A-Star 100, yet still struggled when going off script and getting better at his gimmick. Basically, because of him getting rid of Roman Reigns, he's put his nose in this feud between Braun and Cesaro, and he says he's going to be the greatest champion of all time. He wants title win number 17 to surpass Ric Flair. Will he get it tonight? The answer is no. In an exceptional matchup, Braun Strowman defeated Cesaro and John Cena in 23-11 when Braun Strowman defeated Cesaro with his power slam. It's the fourth defense of the championship for Braun. That's A90. Cesaro's got a gimmick getting stale and also suffered an injury. We're going to try and pronounce it lateral epicondylitis. I'm not great with illnesses and injuries, so we'll see how bad that is after the show. Cesaro 93, Strowman with 94, Cena with an 88, and the storyline advances. Lost a little bit of heat. Strowman improves performance skills. Their negatives here just seems to be the inconsistency and declining physical ability of John Cena and Corey Graves' announce work. But overall, solid. Big Braun delivers. And Arn tells us about the injury. Does it say who injured him? Nope. So leading up to our main event between Randy, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Again, Roman Reigns moving to SmackDown, trying to help out a brother, just continually getting in the way of Dean Ambrose, and Randy Orton's had a few victories, although one time the Shield members did put Randy Orton through a table. Roman gets his chance at the title alongside Randy Orton against the champ Dean Ambrose. Will this be a masterclass? It remains to be seen. But a B plus 89 nonetheless. For the hype video. Promo from Dean. Disappointingly just a B plus 86. His promos are usually nailing it out of the park, so gutted at that. But the storyline advances, losing heat. He's obviously just saying, two guys, who cares? I'm a lunatic, I'm mad, I'm mental. I'll take whatever day. I'm going to come out here still as champion. And the match itself, can it surpass expectations or will it flop? Could have been a lot better. We did have to protect Roman, make him look strong because of his overness. It was a bout that had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, and it saw Randy Orton defeat Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns in 22:53 when Randy Orton defeated Dean Ambrose with an RKO. Randy Orton wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, so a good win for Orton. I think the rating definitely suffered by our booking details, as you can see there, with to keep Roman Reigns strong, but the plan was, I want to get Randy to 16 championships. I want him versus Cena for prime 17-time champion, and I just feel like, it's something I want to do going forward, so we do need to have a couple of times where Randy gets some cheap title wins. So good win for Orton there. He wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. No skill improvements. Your biggest negatives, I say, the booking decisions and having to keep Roman looking strong. I think if we put that championship on Roman here, we'd probably knock us out the park with an A+. I think because of the ratings, it's that good. And after the matchup, we always have a bit of a stare down between Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, because Dean believes that Roman Reigns has cost him the championship here. And obviously, there's just teasing a little bit of tension between him and Roman. That's an A94, both coming across very well. And we finish the show, Randy Orton in the ring celebrating the fact he is champion again. I believe it would be his 13th. I'll need to double check that in the title histories. And that's an A-star 100 for the Viper. So overall, B plus 88. No specific comments made about the show. We do need to be hitting the 89s to gain pop anywhere. But it's one of those ones, I think we have a better main event. We certainly get places, but we'll say well done to Braun, well done to Cesaro, and well done to John Cena. So it's basically a case of, if we didn't have to protect Roman Reigns, if we didn't have to make Roman Reigns look strong, we probably would have gained pop in a few regions. But overall, Braun was good, Cesaro was good, and Cena was good in their matchup. I can't really argue with their performance. As I say, the main event was sensational. Maybe the right guy didn't win. Let's have a look. Any of these actually affects us here. Someone else is injured. The Wild at the weekend again for our NXT division. But we got fantastic reviews, that's good to see. Cesaro, not serious enough to take time off, that's perfect, that's ideal. So we're in a bid at the moment for a new gen, or a regen, rated star, called Lovell Monse. Seems to have a few decent attributes, basically someone we'll look to put into development. Cesaro's injury, John Morrison's unhappy with a lot of defeats. 4.10 buy rate on pay-per-view. Drug test was 9k. Bo Dallas doesn't like Pete Dunne. Dean Ambrose doesn't like Pete Dunne. John Cena likes Trevor Lee. So quite strange that a couple of guys are hating Pete Dunne, but it's good to see Bo Dallas is feeling he's a locker room leader now. Not for my opinion on Pete Dunne, but he's still got a long way to go. Surely he's only going to get better and better in WWE. So financially, we're doing pretty damn good. That'll probably drop a little bit. Prestige is at a high rating, momentum's good. Size, I don't think overly, we'll go to global whenever we want, I feel. Right now, just happy to be enjoying the save, if I'm honest. But things are looking good. As I say, a couple of new champions today. As I say, if we just quickly look on them, got Randy Orton, and that is now his, I think it's his 13th reign. So that's 8 with the WWE Championship, 5 of the World Heavyweights, that's 13 reigns. There'll probably be another 3 reigns happening very soon to get him that magical number 16. So overall, very happy with that. As I say, we're continuing to build up a few superstars. We just look at just a few set examples. Go by main eventers. Look at their overness. We'll start with AJ, 88, so he's pretty good. Apollo Crews is dropping a little. Baron's in a decent position. Big E, again, is kind of one of those ones we're going to probably turn face and probably drop him down the card to IC. 27, 70s across the board. I think it's time for that Bo evolution. Braun's doing well at 90s. Bray needs a little bit of a push going forward. Cesaro, probably likewise. D-Bry's knocking out the park. Dean Ambrose is knocking out the park. Ziggler's doing well, as I say, his only negative is he's 38. Cena, again, is still over as always. Kenny is getting near the 80s, so he'll be slowly but surely pushed to that 80 then 85s. KO's good, again, just needs that one big storyline to get him going. Harper is doing well considering he's been banished to ECW. Nishimura is just he's just new to Raw. Just need to find his feet there. Orton's over. Reigns is over. He's probably the most over guy in the game. That's how you make Roman look strong. Rusev's just lingering. Sammy's in an okay position, but probably needs that one big run again. Seth's doing well. Miz is doing well. Zack Sabre Jr. at that same level as Kenny. Again, just try to push those two from IC to main event. So things look good. That's just the main eventers. As I say, there'll be a lot more guys come up the card, but when you remember, I've got 3 shows, and most of them are predominantly on 2. It's a lot of guys, and it's a stacked roster. As I say, if I just quickly close that and enter back into it, ideal roster should be 63. I've got 185, so maybe overdone it. And of course, that is without mentioning the fact if I go to developmental, we've still got all these as well. And that's if we take away the coaches, there's probably still a good amount as well. Can we do any status active wrestler? So I say that narrows it down a little bit, but we've still got a good couple of wrestlers there that we'll be looking to bring up, likes of a Nikki Storm. We've got likes of Teddy Hart working for Lucha Underground. I've got a lot of guys signed just to work in these kind of places so they get their overness up. So 66 there. But we're looking again to push the likes of a Ty Dillinger once he gets his overness up a little bit. Say Lana's still developing. We've got the likes of Matt Riddle looking to improve. And then you get people like, as I say, Takedown, whose 67 overness has just went well there. Still get the offers of Pain. Still got Kurt Hawkins down there. Still got Christopher Gerrard on the Lorcan. Cody Hall down there. Cheeseburger. Cedric Alexander. All the names you could think of. ACH, Angelico. Alex Shelley's going to be coming back to the main roster shortly. It's exciting times. I'm going to have to filter out some stuff over time, which I think we will do. But I say, as always, guys, it's been a long episode, so thanks as always for watching. What was your thoughts on the Night of Champions card? Are you happy with the amount of championships that I got, or do you feel it's too many for WWE? Is there any champions you disagree with? Anyone you're surprised I've given a title to? Let me know your thoughts on that. Is there any times you brought in your own championships? Let me know what championships you brought in as well. If you're booking WWE, or booking anyone for that matter, let me know how your saves are getting on. As always, as I say, thanks for watching. Any likes, comments, subscriptions, all that jazz, deeply appreciated. Just remember, if you want to get involved, the game is available on the Grey Dog software website. There's a demo for free. The game's roughly about 25 quid. Get involved. We've got a nice wee community. You can join on the forums at Grey Dog Software, and of course the good old Fantasy Bookers subreddit. That's it for 21 Maxwell. I will see you for our next pay-per-view, which is a quick turnaround, I believe. The first week of October, so 2 weeks to Raw's Hell in the Cell. Take it easy, and we'll see who faces Braun for the big one in the Cell. Bye bye.